Uh, I'm not sure what the title of this video is going to be, but I noticed something. I mean, I always notice something. Seems like every day I go out in public, or sometimes just out in the country too, I always notice something. But when you're out in nature, when you're out in public, uh, I'm always aware of my surroundings, no matter what. I mean, when I used to work in an oil field, that's what they told us, be aware of your surroundings so you don't get hurt. But in this case, it's just be aware of your surroundings, it's like the devil. He's bouncing around, and seeking who he may devour. That's kind of, I guess, the way it is. But you pick up on little things, I went to Walmart and I just felt a heaviness there, and emptiness in people. The emptiness was so great, it made me want to cry. And the heaviness, it was also just in the atmosphere, I could even feel it here too. And, out in the country, this heaviness is almost like just the evilness, the evilness of the world, the state of the world, where it's at, all thanks to the 2020, whatever happened there, A lot of people are glued to their phones, constant. I mean, you can go to the park. You think down in the park there'd be people jogging or doing, picnic activities, but instead they're sitting there staring at their phone all the time like they're in a trance. And like I said, that 2020 had something to do with it, but I really think they're putting something in the meat, That's why I don't like to eat meat. For some reason, when I eat meat, I break out into a rash, and maybe that's a good thing. So the Most High is protecting me. So I know when I go on a fast, He just takes that rash away in a couple of days, and kind of just reminded me not to eat the meat, I don't know if I'm the only one like that, but I just can't have meat. Especially meat with antibiotics in it, that's really bad. But going back to what I said before, talking about this trance, it's almost like these people are hypnotized, like they're a zombie. Almost like that movie, the They Live, when they put the glasses on and you can see all the fake people, right? They look real, but with discernment, and you'll be able to see right past that, and then you'll find out they're fake, and a lot of them are narcissistic and they can't hide, They try to hide, but they can't hide. Even the ones that put the dark tinted sunglasses, they always try to hide. But see, every time I look at them or when I see them people, they always give you a mean mug, like they have all this anger inside of them, And that's another thing, was like when I was down in Arizona, I seen a lot of these people down there. They were just full of rage and anger and road rage and all that stuff, anger and a lot of bitterness and resentment and a lot of problems they carried around with them, and take it out on other people rather than taking it to God, the Most High. And I don't know why God brought me down to that place down there, but I can only imagine that was part of it, was the schooling of that, being in that place, because I myself was full of anger and cussing and swearing up and down like a sailor. But he's been helping me, and I've come a long ways from where I was before. I mean, I was so full of anger and full of all of that stuff, unforgiveness, resentment, bitterness, flipping people off when I'm driving and cussing and swearing. God has brought me a long ways. He's humbled me like I've never been so humbled. And I think a lot of it, what played into that was just time, praying about it, reading the scriptures, just spending a lot of time fasting, Fasting has man, it just humbles you. You ain't got no choice. It humbles your flesh. You know, you're hungry and your flesh is crying around. Oh, I want some nicotine. I want some drinks, and you know, I want to have sex outside of marriage. I want to look at dirty movies, and the flesh is always crying out. Oh, I want some food, and every time you give into it, that just sets you up for another attack. You know, a demonic attack from family member or friends or whatever in the church. You know, and not only that, but it weakens your flesh so that you're going to give into that temptation. But then when you fast, it humbles you so much that your flesh has no choice but to shut up. And then you keep doing those fasts over and over every weekend. Like one weekend I'll do 3 days, another weekend I'll do 2, so on and so forth, you know. And I notice how much that has helped me. Like now when I come off my fast, I don't even feel like getting mad. I don't feel like getting in the flesh. And there might be some out there that'll test you, you know, or God might test you, or whatever the case may be. You might get an attack and they might want you to get in the flesh. They'll just pick on you like a scab, you know. And I just find, to me, what helps me is when I fast. And if you're not good at fasting, you just go as long as you can the first day. And the next day, take a couple hours longer and just work your way up to 24 hours. Then go 2 days, then 3, and if you want to go further, go further. But I always find that if I do 3 days 1 week, and the next week do 2 days, and so on and so forth like that, that's what really helps me a lot. And just staying in His Word every day and praying, that really helps a lot too, you know. But yeah, I mean, just look at the state of the world, you know. It's just, people are full of emptiness. They don't have the peace of God, and that just breaks my heart. I used to be self-centered a lot, and now it's like I'm starting to have feelings. Like when you get close to God, you have His heart, and it's like, I don't know how to explain it, but I think it's something supernatural. He gives us His heart, you know, because we want to love people, because that's what the Bible says, right? Love your neighbor as yourself, and pray for those who persecute you. You know, pray for your enemies. But I never used to be like that, you know. And I'm changing. Something's going on with me, but I'm changing. And I just think it's pretty awesome, man. So if you guys like this video, give me a thumbs up. You're more than welcome to comment down below, and we'll see you in the next video. Yep.